Welcome back to Gaming Top Down. This is David, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the giant game, Age of Innovation in the Terra Mystica series. This game is published by Capstone Games and Feuerlandspiel and was designed by Helge Ostertag and illustrated by Alvaro Calvo Escudero. It's a very big game with a lot of pieces, but lately I've really liked kind of heavier games like this. Revive has been one of my favorites, and I'm excited to give this one a shot as well. So without any further ado, I've got the shrink wrap off. Let's get this box open and see what is inside. All right, there's going to be a lot in here, so we'll see if I can make sure to try and fit it all in frame the whole time. First up, there are two rule books, the regular rule book and then one for the Automa solo rules from Automa Factory. They do a really great job. They do the solo modes for all of Stonemeyer's games as well. This rule book is going to be very big and long for such a heavy game, but let's at least skim through and see what it looks like. Lots of illustrations, but also lots of text. So that's going to be quite a read. I'm sure there are some great videos online though from some of those channels that have been around doing instructional videos for games for a long time. That will be helpful here. It does look like there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 appendix sections. It's kind of nice that they break them into sections though, so you can just look at the section specific to the thing you're looking for. All right, looks great. Just a quick skim here as well. Looks like the Automa is controlled by a deck of cards. And yep, just 8 pages of Automa rules to go along with the rest. All right, next up, let's look at these cards first. Okay, so we have cards for the different, so each faction in the game, of which there are many, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 different player boards and player colors in the game. And so depending on which color and board you choose, you have a land type that you're kind of most proficient in, and then you're trying to terraform the other biomes into yours. And how far away that biome is from your top one, your specialty, is how expensive it is. So going from earth to sand here in this scenario would cost 3 as opposed to this one or this one. So these cards, I'm guessing, are used for assigning those boards, possibly. Got a special player power and the different assigned biome for those 7 cards. And then there is also a card. These are Automa cards, actually. I guess the different factions that they can be: the Simpletons, the Cuddlers, Druids, Racelings, Wanderers, Mimics, Powermongers, Symbionts 1 and Symbionts 2. The Blight has 2 cards as well, and the Cognomes. Crazy. That's a lot of options for different races to play as just for the Automa. Okay, were these Automa cards? They weren't, right? Yeah, they're just, okay. And then looks like achievement cards, again, for the Automa. And are these all Automa cards? These 3 don't say Automa on them, but I'm guessing they are related to that as well. Oh yeah, they do have the Automa symbol there, just small. Okay, so those were the big cards, lots of Automa cards, and those biome cards. There's also this small deck, which also has the Automa symbol on it. So this will probably be the cards that define the actions that they do, that the Automa does turn to turn. All of those have that symbol. These ones do not, though. Doesn't look like. Oh, that one does. Oh, these do as well, actually. Okay. I think all of these cards are for the Automa character. And there's quite a bit on the cards, but I'm guessing that once you understand how the Automa works, that you can just follow the icons down or whichever direction they go and know what they do pretty quickly, hopefully. Lots of iconography on these cards, that's for sure. All right, that was the cards. Those might be the only cards in the game. Got a little promo packet here, other games that they make. And okay, let's tackle the wood components next. First up, these are, I don't even know what these are used to track resources of some kind, but they're pretty big cubes, to be honest. Okay, next up, there are a bunch of different wooden components, a lot of them to represent buildings in the 7 different player colors. I don't know that I'll show every color for every piece. How about, since I primarily play green, I'll just show you the green pieces. So this is, I believe, the palace, your biggest and nicest building. Then in this giant bag, we've got a ton more. Let's just dump that out. Okay, we've got, again, I'll just show you green, some meeples that are pretty standard looking, but kind of look like they have a little apron or something on. Got some, let's see, just regular cubes in that same large size for each color. These purple discs go in your power bowls, and you'll be moving them from power level 1, 2 to 3 during the game. We'll look at those boards in a minute. Okay, I am not sure even what these ones are. If they're a bigger power piece, they have kind of an odd shape, shaped kind of like a outhouse or something. Not sure what those are for, to be honest. Okay, got, I think these ones are used to maybe just track points along the board. A hexagon shaped piece. And then skinnier hexagons for the different, I think, science or technology tracks, of which there are a few. Okay, and then we have a bunch of buildings. We have the, I think these are the smallest buildings. They look like houses, kind of wide looking houses. And then there are these slightly bigger ones. Again, I don't know what all of the buildings are called quite yet. Excited to read the rules and find out, though. Then there are these ones. I think these might be called guilds. Again, just another shaped wooden piece. It's a bit bigger. And then there are these ones, which doesn't look quite as big as the palace, but close. All right. And then there are also these rectangle-like pieces that are for the bridges that you can use to cross the rivers, go across water with those. And this white baggie here, I really have no idea what it is, but let's take a peek regardless. It has these tall ponds and this very, very big piece here. So yeah, lots of big, chunky wooden pieces. I imagine when a ton of them are out on the board, that will look very cool. All right, so the silica gel that we can get rid of. A lot of baggies that look very big, but there was a lot of stuff to hold, so that kind of makes sense. All right, next up is this board that I believe is used for different upgrades you can get during the game. Has a 2 and 4 player side, a 3 and 5 player side, and if you're playing with 4 or 5, you add this extra piece to make it even taller and have more stuff. That is that one. Next up, there are 7 of these planning boards, and this is kind of your player board for the game. It will tell you up here which biome you're most proficient in. All of your buildings will go in spots over here at the start of the game, and then as you place them out on the board, you'll be uncovering more things that you will get during income, whether that be money, cubes, people, power, tokens. Over here is those 3 bowls I was talking about that will have the purple power discs in them. I think at the start of the game, most of these player boards have 7 up here and 5 down here, and then you'll be moving them from level 1 to 2, 2 to 3. You might spend them from 3 to 1, so they kind of jump around from these different segments. Those are really cool. I like how they're double layered. We'll come back to these in just a minute when we get to the different race pieces that go in there. Okay. Next up, this is the tracks. I think the technology tracks, of which there are 4. Maybe they're not all technology. This one looks like, I don't know what they are again, but commerce, justice, technology, and alchemy. There we go. Those were David definitions there. That board looks cool. Okay, here's the main board. We'll set that up in a minute. First up, let's look at the punch boards, which are huge, very big. Wow, there's a lot of pieces in this game. Okay, lots of punch boards here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they all have different things. You got coins. When you do terraform different parts of the land, you'll put these tokens on them to show that you've done so. So those in all the different faction levels. Similar thing here, and here, and here, and here. Just a ton of things to punch. This game will take a while to organize in the box. I generally like to try and organize a game in the way that will make it easiest to set up, and this one's going to take some thinking for sure. Okay, here we've got, just some more stuff. It looks like these ones here are for the automa. Over here might be some player aid pieces of what you can do on your turn, currency, and then I believe you can earn these as the game goes on. All right, more of those down here. And then we're starting to get into the different race boards. Kind of the crux of this game and how I believe it's different than Terra Mystica is these races that you can play as are not pre-printed on the boards. So you can mix and match any race with any biome specialty. So the moles could be great at working in the plains or in the desert or wherever. So let's punch one of those out. I want to see how they fit in there, and that will also help us look at the quality of these. Yeah, they feel pretty nice and thick. I don't think they'll get bent or ruined very easily. Let's just scroll through some of those if I can hold this low enough so you can see the rest of them. There's psychics, illusionists. Some of these are upside down, so sorry about that. Inventors, navigators, felines, philosophers. And on the other one that I already went past, we had monks, lizards, goblins, blessed, moles, Omar, and I think that is all of them. So tons of factions, tons of punch outs there. I'm going to stick those back in the box and move the box off to the side for a moment. All right, and then here is that, I think it's called a planning board, but your player board again. And at the start of the game, you will take your chosen race, slot it in there. And so for this game, I would be the moles, who are great at working the plains. So plains moles, kind of funny. So yeah, I love double layered boards where everything has its place. These, the bottom layer does feel a little thin, but I imagine once you've got it down on the table and you're not holding it up in the air like I am, that shouldn't be an issue, I don't think. All right, last up, I'm going to open up the game board so you can see what that looks like. And that should then do it for our unboxing here. And surprisingly, the board is smaller than I thought it was going to be. There are two sides to the board. This side is the 1 to 3 player side. I really like the colors. They pop really well. Just with some, nice artwork along the edges, so you can see that. And then the other side also plays 3. I think they say this side is a little tighter in a 3-player game because it's smaller. On the other side, you can also play 3 players. You can play 3, 4, or 5 on this side. And it just has more spaces, I believe. So a 3-player game would be a little more open and less confrontational on this side of the board. All right, well, that was a pretty long unboxing here for Age of Innovation. Like I mentioned, I'm very excited to try this one out. I hope that it won't kick my butt too much with its complexity, but watching a couple of videos online, it seems not as difficult as it looks, but maybe I'm mistaken, so we'll see. Thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure to join our giveaway for May 2024 that we have going on through the end of the month. You can join that at supergamebrothers.com or in the link in the description for this video. And make sure to check out the rest of the content I have here on Gaming Top Down. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.